And now, the Max Wrestling pre-launch show to Promoslam. Welcome to the pre-launch show to the real biggest party of the summer. This is one of the Max Wrestling captains, Mike Larkin, joined by, as always, the OG, the true Max Wrestling captain, that is, Mr. Dazzy Dangerously. Hello, Daz.
The deepest party of the summer. We're having a party at the bottom of the ocean.
My Bonnie lies over the ocean, to quote Abbott and Costello.
It's lovely bobbing along at the bottom of the sea.
Oh my goodness. Friggin' SpongeBob SquarePants.
No, I was thinking more bed knobs and broomsticks.
I'll take that even more. Okay, I like your style, man. Yeah, I'm not the only pop culture nerd on this show.
Throwback to Angela Lansbury and David Tomlinson.
Hey man, when you talk Angela Lansbury, I just go straight to Murder, She Wrote, so it is what it is.
It's good. It's good to do a pre-launch. Get you nice and excited for the big show. And I'm not talking about the Netflix show.
Oh, you see, I tried to give it a go because my dad had it on, because he was binging just to see how it was. I think he only got through the first 2 episodes, and I'm like, yeah, I tried because I've seen enough of it. I've seen the big show stuff, but yeah, no, not my thing. I tried.
Maybe that's why you have to come on to Raw months later to try and boost it.
Of course, got to get him and Randall K. Orton. It's not like we didn't already see that in 2013 because it went so well the first time around. Ugh.
Alright, so on this pre-launch show we're going to be going through the card for Promoslam this coming Thursday, but before we get to that, we also have the Judge versus Judge promo exhibition, I Am the Law, between Daniel Crimmins and Mike himself.
Alright.
Now if you've seen Mike's last few promos at Mania and the Rumble and stuff, you probably know that Mike doesn't just give a promo, he puts on a true exhibition. So we're going to split this promo bout into 3 separate bits. So first off, we're going to go to Daniel Crimmins' promo. Anything to say before we show the promo, Mike?
Oh, I do. I have to keep my composure after you laughed at. Hey, man. I mean, let me tell you something, Daz. I know I'm not saying let me tell you something, bitch. Let me tell you something, Daz. It's one of those things where, giggity. It's one of those things where, look, I'm doing these as one-offs, man. You gotta make it big. You gotta hype it up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta throw my style into this, my flavor, if you will, like Craig David.
You put the exhibit in exhibition.
Thank you. And to quote someone I know and who I love to death, now the promo machine. You're christening me with more names, Mr. Dazzy Dangerously. My goodness.
Yeah, like you need anymore. You're no longer the podcast machine, you're the promo machine.
Yeah, and well, Mr. Grand Slam, sir, living up to the name with these promos. Gotta hit that Grand Slam, brother. So, before we get into Daniel Crimmins' promo, he actually sent me a very nice message, and this made me feel good, because this is what I like to get out of my opponents and the people who participate in these promo competitions. He said, "Hey dude, I just want to say thank you for dragging me back into the promos. It was really a lot of fun." That right there is the antithesis of what this is all about. It's all about having fun. It's all about artistically expressing ourselves. And Dan, I just wanted to say I appreciate that sentiment. It was a joy going against you.
Yeah, it's not about who stands there and screams at their opponent the most. So, first up is Daniel Crimmins. This is the return, and well, the rebirth really of Daniel Crimmins. And if you've seen Daniel cut promos before, it's nothing like this. This is a completely new, reinvigorated Daniel Crimmins. Enjoy.
Come out, wherever you are. Michael Larkin, your time has come. Promoslam has come. You see, we've been watching you for quite some time. it didn't need to be this way. You see, you've been picking on Daniel repeatedly. You knew he was retired. You knew he was done. You could have just left well enough alone. But you wouldn't. I don't know why you felt the need to poke the bear. Perhaps it's that emptiness inside you. You see, we see it. We see what happened to you after you were annihilated by the Walker. You had one of the most successful runs in all of the promos. Only one to beat the Demoness. The only one. And that is no small feat. Hasn't been done since. May never be done ever again. But then what happened? You were Mikey Two Belts. But then you lost a bout you should have won. And then you went into retirement. You became a shattered, broken, sniveling little weasel. A mere shell of the man you once were. So what did you do? You decided, I'll pick the easy target. I will go after Daniel Crimmins. I will go after him. He didn't ask for this. He didn't want to come back. I told him what would happen. I told him eventually I would come. I told him that I would be there. Every single time he has asked, what should I do? How should I do this? And I would tell him, you know what you need to do. You know the man you need to be. You see, I see things. I see everything as it is happening before it is happening. There's a beauty in the darkness, but in this darkness, there is light. I am that light. You see, Michael, I want you to look deep inside yourself and ask yourself why. Why you are where you're at. Do you even know? As I stated, you picked the easy bout. You picked the easy person. But see, I'm not like the other people you have beaten. I'm not some sad, pathetic excuse for a fucking meat cutter. No. I have sat back and watched. Daniel has sat back and watched. We have watched everything. We watched the rise of the Demoness. We watched the rebirth of Moses Marquez. We have watched the Walker. We have watched all of them very intently. You opened this door. You have opened something that which you cannot stop. You see, I didn't ask for this. He didn't ask for this. But Michael, I want you to be very clear. When you lose, and you will lose, I don't want you to turn into some pathetic little bitch when you lose and whine and complain that this didn't go your way. Accept defeat. Go back into retirement where you belong. Or this won't be the only time we do battle. And then the real fun begins. Then I will take everything that is left, piece by piece, scrap by scrap, until there is nothing left. I will take the very fabric of your being, and I will annihilate it and scatter it to the winds. Rest assured, Michael Larkin, you are but the first name on the list.
I gotta say, for his podcast special debut, he killed it. I liked it.
Yes, very, very good. Don't forget, Promoslam 2020 comes your way this Thursday. Make sure you like and subscribe. YouTube.com/MaxWrestling. And of course, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all the podcast providers at Max Wrestling. Okay, time for Daniel's opponent. Mike, this is part 1 of your promo, and I've never had to say that before.
Well, hey man, like I said, I've done long promos, I've done short promos. I mean, I'm gonna say this right now, this is my first promo in 4 months since the Shape Out, which I loved to death, and thank you for those that enjoyed the story that we told. But yo man, again, this is my first time facing Dan. This is why I love this, because it's new opponents, it's a fresh opponent. Daniel Crimmins and I have never done it, so I gotta go all out, and I think you guys will enjoy this first part. It's a story, it's topsy-turvy, it all comes full circle. This is part 1, and then we get to part 2, and no, I'm not talking about my confessions, I'm talking about my promo.
I mean, you were going to face Daniel in Promo Climax 2, but of course you had to leave the tournament. But I think he's more than made up for that now.
Oh, he absolutely has. I mean, what a difference makes from November to August of 2020, right?
Absolutely. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, here's part 1 of the spectacle that is the podcast machine, Mike Larkin.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sugar Lips McGee.
Welcome everybody to Promoslam. We got a heck of a show for you tonight, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. This next one is an oldie but goodie. Maestro?
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. From Glen to Glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses are falling. It's you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here, the sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny. Danny boy, I love you so.
I love you so. I love you so. DC. 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 DC.
DC. Hi, Dan. We're not done here yet. We've only just begun. I've been changing, but you'll never see me now. I've been changing, but you'll never see me now.
I've been changing, but you'll never see me now.
I've been changing, but you'll never see me now.
I've been changing, but you'll never see me now.
I've been changing, but you'll never see me now.
I've been changing, but you'll never see me now.
I've been changing, but you'll never see me now.
I've been changing, and you'll never see me now.
I've been changing, but you'll never see me now.
I've been changing, but you'll never see me now.
I've been changing, but you'll never.
You're now about to witness the strength of pure knowledge. Welcome to the mind of Mikey Two Belts.
You'll never see me now.
Look what I have shaped. 2 belts. Don't ever take these from me again. Last year at Promoslam, I won a fatal 4-way matchup to become the new Max Wrestling Promo Champion. Hence, the era of Mikey Two Belts was born, and I am damn proud of my reign as Promo Champion. But you see, 2019, Mike Larkin was all about the gold, the pageantry, the glitz, the glamour, having that shine. But this year, 2020, Mike Larkin is about doing what he's been doing for the last 3+ years on the Max Wrestling Podcast, and that is steal the show. Watch and learn, Crimmins. Daniel Crimmins, I used to be just like you. Shy, timid. The only difference between you and I is I progressed. You regressed. Each and every one of us go out of our way to artistically express ourselves and entertain the people that put a view on the Max Wrestling Podcast. Daniel Crimmins, this is your Max Wrestling Podcast special debut. And you want to tangle with this cat? Daniel Crimmins, in this world there are kings, queens, and everything else in between. There are people in this world that do, and then there are people in this world that don't. How you living, Dan? Don't be an afterthought, Dan. I've been trying to find out who the hell I am for the past 4 months. And you want to do this? Here comes the Crimson Chin. Dan, this ain't even Nickelodeon. This ain't even the Fairly Odd Parents. This is the promo order, and you want to do this? You lazy son of a bitch!
Daniel Crimmins, when I was born, there was a rainbow formed. And when you were born, crickets chirped. Daniel Crimmins, why the hell are you even here? I'll tell you why you're here. Daniel Crimmins, you are here because I put you here. I don't need to face you right here, right now at Promoslam. I could take on any former promo competitor. I could take on anybody in the promo order. Daniel, I want you to listen to me very carefully. I am going to end your redemption tour before it even begins. Roll the footage.
First off, we got the man, the myth, the legend himself, the RWT Kingpin, the man behind Raw Wrestling Talk, Mr. Amir Blackbane Costello, the inaugural promo champion. Now, the last time Amir and I went head-to-head was in the inaugural promo climax back in 2018. But the difference between Mike Larkin in 2018 and Mike Larkin in 2020 is that Mike Larkin has evolved. Mike Larkin has become one of the best in the promo game. And Amir Blackbane Costello knows that in 2020, Mike Larkin will give him some competition. It ain't about wins. It ain't about losses. It's about going toe-to-toe with one of the best and most creative minds in the promo league. Do I have your attention now? Amir, this world ain't checkers. This world's about chess. Checkmate. And then we have Lewis of Evolution of Pro Wrestling. Now, Lewis, last year at Promoslam, you tried to take over RWT. And how did that work out for you? Lewis, there's no denying your talents, your work ethic, and the great work that you do into Evolution of Pro Wrestling, your podcast, your show, and each and everything that you provide with your content. However, when it comes to promos, I have talent. You have a deep voice. Boricua Borea, take your ass down to the bodega. I'm not a player. I just talk a lot. Mike Larkin, you say I just have a deep voice and I have no talent. Yeah, I did. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Prove me wrong. Shut me up. Which is exactly what I said to you. Hello, Moses Marquez. Moses Marquez, you have been very impressive. You've been taking those tests and you've been passing with flying colors. But the ultimate test happens March 25th, 2021, Promo Mania 6. I'm going to be there. I'm going to show up. The question is, will you? I go from light to dark. I'm shooting Jays like John Starks. You and me one-on-one in a promo? Wow. Oh, no, that's a big no-no. Bars. North Carolina, come on and raise up. No diggity. No doubt. Cypher, you and me, it's going to be like Mary, Mary. Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. Because at the end of the day, you going to praise me like you should. What's up, everybody? This is the Wolf. I'm about to take that dub. I ain't taking no L's. I'm about to cast that spell. Why? Because my rhymes are slick. You slow and I'm just too quick. They call me the Wolf, baby. Ow! I'm coming for the demon ass. How'd that work for you, Chippy? You're hungry like a wolf? You want to dance with wolves? Wow!
I apologize also for my bad singing. I tried.
And it wasn't bad.
Oh, Danny boy.
Okay, that was part one. Part two will be finishing off this show. So before we do finish the show, of course, Promoslam 2020 is coming your way this Thursday. It's our first real special since the Shift Trivia Takeover was kind of a last minute thing. I mean, we did have matches planned for it and everything, but it almost didn't happen. So we've had plenty of preparation for this one.
That we have, and I mean,
and it's a stacked card.
Oh yeah, I look at it like this. Don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but this is probably one of the biggest promo slams that we had. You know what I'm saying? We have so much in store from promo exhibitions and knockouts and friggin' knowledge championships. It's gonna be some good stuff, man.
Yeah, hey Mike, we don't get cut off since the Shift.
We don't. Yes, that's right. Yes, we don't get cut off. We stay hyped like your boy Mojo Rawley. Okay, first and foremost, we got to talk about this. Who are you got more heat now with, Mojo Rawley or Grand Metalik for getting dub over Shinsuke Nakamura?
Well, Mojo's not on TV, so I'm going to go with Grand Metalik.
I'm just saying, man. Okay, here's the thing about you, and this is why I love the captain here. I explained to him we're probably setting up them in the Lucha House Party, but you were so upset that Kalisto comes back, Grand Metalik gets the dub with the elbow drop. And I know Nakamura's been taking the L's, but yeah, Metalik. He gets an Intercontinental Championship match, and then he loses, and now he's beating Nakamura, man. The push of the Lucha House Party. Lucha.
They can set up what they like. I don't care if they're setting up a tea party with the Queen.
Well, I mean, you got no New Day, and the Heavy Machinery are involved with that Mandy Sonya thing, so I mean, who else you got?
Well, they just throw tag teams together.
Well, there's no Forgotten Sons because of friggin' Jackson Riker opening his mouth.
Dumbass.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you. And now, yeah, that cost them their push. And then friggin', like, there's nobody, man. There's a Lucha House Party. Well, there's Miz and Morrison, but they're just doing the dirt sheet stuff and stirring up the shiznit. So, I mean, who else you gonna have for a babyface tag team?
The tag team division's a joke on both Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, it absolutely is. And I mean, I like Andrade and Angel Garza. And there are some tag teams that I like with the Street Profits. By the way, I'm going to say this right now. Friggin', what is Zelina Vega like Belle Biv DeVoe? That girl is poison. She's taking out Montez Ford. She may be poisoning him. What's the deal there? I've been watching this crap, and I'm going to say this right now. Raw and SmackDown for me, I listen to you guys on my break. It's one of those things where I'm like, yo, I try my best to watch it. I've fallen asleep multiple times watching Raw, and I've had to rewatch the spots I've missed the next day, but it's like, god dang, for me, I can't wait till Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and freaking Thursdays, because Thursday I enjoy watching the NXT UK reruns just because those are incredible matchups. And now we got friggin' ICW Progress and the Evolve and the whole nine on the network. I love that, man. Are you excited for some ICW on the network? Grado Hechicero, man. Friggin' Madonna like a prayer. Yes. Aye.
Interesting comment though, are they going to cut out all the swearing, because Scottish just doesn't sound right without the swearing.
Oh, it doesn't. I mean, for God's sake, man, when you're talking about boom, 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 Jack Jester's in my room, Grado was eating my lunch, Joe Hendry. I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. Drew McIntyre, Blue Abadi Abadai. Man, I cannot wait. And of course, yes, they do curse a lot, which I love. You know what I'm saying? Here we fucking go. Here we fucking go. This is when Drew McIntyre was standing up for professional wrestling.
So before we get into Promoslam, one last thing. I think what they should do with the tag team division on Raw and SmackDown is do the same thing as the women's. Just have it multi-brand.
Oh, of course. And I'll be honest with you, it's one of those things where, by the way, speaking of multi-brand, can Shayna Baszler ever get a goddamn break? Like, for God's sake, man.
She's broken a few bones.
That is true. I'll be honest. I watched the Raw Underground. One of those bones were independent talent Sofia Castillo out of Florida, who's actually not a bad talent. It's one of those things where it's like, god dang, man, Shayna Baszler's doing her thing, and she's fitting for that, because if you look at the background with Shayna Baszler, you have someone who comes from Invicta, right? Trained by Billy Robinson, the legendary Billy Robinson. She does her thing in Invicta, along with Jessamine Duke, who also came from the Invicta Women's Mixed Martial Arts promotion with Shannon Knapp. Then she comes to NXT. Then ever since she's been on Raw, you know, I don't even care if Vince McMahon don't like her. She's a great talent. She systematically dissects her opponent, but she can't get no love. She's like Faith Evans. You gets no love from me. Vince McMahon is pulling the Faith Evans, and he don't even like hip-hop. He probably doesn't even know who Faith Evans is. You know what I'm saying? So damn, man.
Yeah, it ain't Faith Hill's brother.
Because I can feel you breathe. No, man, it's one of those things where it's just like, come on, give Shayna some love. We got the Karafuda clutch. I mean, the only thing I'll say about Shayna Baszler that I love, because I've seen the Raw talks and the friggin' after Raw whole thing. God dang, R-Truth can make anybody break character.
Oh, jeez.
I laugh my ass off. It's funny. She's trying to hold back the laughter. Brock Lesnar breaks character. How can you not laugh at that man? All he does is just does the 24/7 stuff. He does the comedic skits. The man is comedy gold.
Okay, so Promoslam.
Yes.
This Thursday, we have 4 matches. 5 matches. Yeah, 4 because one's on a pre-launch. So let's see what you think about a Knowledge Championship. We got 3 people who are either the or former Knowledge champions. Current champion, of course, the Phoenix is a 2-time champion along with yourself and Kenny, and Moses is the former Knowledge champion.
Well, if Phoenix didn't beat me last year at the Maxis, then I'm going to tell you something right now. That's what we do. We do storytelling better than the WWE does, because for after 3 freaking years, 4 if you count 2016 when I first came on the show, Phoenix finally wins, loses it a month later, becomes the shortest rating champ, which I know he doesn't want to talk about, and he's going to growl when he hears
past it now.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, man. because he wasn't a fan of the former stuff. Well, he'll accept it now because he's a 2-time champ, and I love you, Craig. So it's one of those things where he surpassed his first reign, and now he's trying to hit the big 1-0-0, the triple 1-0-0, Mr. Dazzy Lee. And personally, I'm happy for Craig. I really am, because Craig is awesome and one of my favorite and best rivals alongside Kenny Killa. Here's an interesting fact, Dazzy Dangerously. 2017, the main event of Promoslam was myself, Kenny, and Phoenix for the Knowledge Championship. Now, I do also have an Iron Bank contract, so who knows when I'll be cashing in. Then you got Kenny Killa, who was the inaugural Knowledge Champion, 2-time champ. You know what I'm saying? That also goes back to my rivalry. One of the best when it comes to Knowledge, and one of my favorite people as well, and favorite rivals. Then you got Moses Marquez over here. Friggin' wins the Knowledge Championship back in January, loses it at Trivia Takeover. He's looking to do like R-Truth and get his baby back. So, I mean, baby back, chilies. I digress.
Ribs.
It's one of the baby barbecue sauce. So it's like I know Moses Marquez is a man on a mission. This friggin' Promoslam is about Moses Marquez, which we'll get to. So for me, I look forward to seeing who wins, whether Moses becomes the 4th 2-time champ, or whether Kenny takes it again, or if Phoenix
3-time champ.
First 3-time champ, yes. Or if Craig, Mr. Phoenix, is going to keep doing the damn thing as the Knowledge champ. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, we're back to a more traditional style of trivia for Promoslam as well. Trivia Takeover was very different, very unique, which is where Phoenix came down to him and Travis for the Knowledge Championships. Travis even surprised himself.
I gotta say, let me tell you something about one of my best friends and amigos, Travis the Walker Anderson. Son of a bitch is smart, but sometimes he's very lackadaisical when it comes to professional wrestling at the talk. I mean, no, he was great. And dude, I'm going to say this right now in regards to Promoslam, because I haven't said this on the show yet. This Knowledge Championship bout will be better than last year's Knowledge Championship bout, because last year I absolutely squashed Amir on that Promoslam for the Knowledge title.
Yeah, you did, and he vowed to never face you again.
No? Well, his last one was promo series last year, and then, Amir
he
has...
gave it one more shot, but he didn't want to do that one.
Well, he did it anyway. Let me tell you something, bitch.
That's because Amir's a pro.
He is. He's a true pro, so, yes.
Well, on the subject of Travis, he, of course, is facing The Shape in a promo exhibition. This was the first match that was announced for Promoslam. Way back at Post to Post, when Shape was facing the Demoness, and then, of course, called out Travis at the end.
The thing about The Shape is, I'm going to say this right now, Travis is in the exact same spot I was in early this year. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm going to say this right now, Travis being the shortest promo champion. He's one of the guys where I look at it's like, look at Dean Ambrose 2016, right? Like, Dean wins the Money in the Bank. Him and Moses it was all right. They did their thing, but we really didn't get Moses like we have now, which we'll get to talking about, because he was just starting the El Jefe, and that was Travis' first title defense since beating me. And again, storytelling. After the 3 bouts we had prior, then he finally wins it. Storytelling, man. He gets the win in the end. But then he has the match that he did with Nikla, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and then Nikla takes the title off him. He's looking to get back in the thing. And, man, King of the Mic was a crime. As a judge for me with Cypher and Travis, what they did, that chair shot, the storytelling that they put into that, and also they live near each other, so hell, man, we got to see some stunners, we got to see some chair shots, so oh hell yeah, they really did
that was the first physical promo bout that we've seen.
Yes.
In a way, it's kind of good for Travis that he didn't get past the first round in Kingdom Might, because that's given him 3-4 weeks to just focus on The Shape, which you kind of need to do, because The Shape is very mysterious.
That he is, I know, as being one of his first opponents. I mean,
We
get the first opponent, yes. I mean, the dude is one of the guys, when I look at The Shape, when it's just like, god dang, man, you have that entity, that presence, that aura, and he can bring the best out of you. And I think he's going to bring the best out of Travis, like he did for me, and like he did with Nikla. Not saying Nikla was bad. I don't want to go back to hell, man. She threatened to axe me. You kidding me? Anyway, I digress. It's one of the things where you have someone with the entity of Nikla. It's also come back and combat with The Shape, so to speak. And now you got someone like Travis in there. I think Travis is going to pull one out. I mean, he's rested, like you mentioned, with the King of the Mic, so gives him time to prepare to coop something up. And it's one of those ones where I'm really looking forward to seeing what both men present.
Yeah, and I do have it on good authority that The Shape will be calling out 2 next opponents at Promoslam.
Oh my goodness, not just 1 but 2. Triple threat,
but 2. Not triple threat, 2 separate opponents.
Oh, okay. I like it.
And in the other promo exhibition, it is two good friends of yours, Brittany Savage and Rob Chef, going head to head.
See, Chef is in denial, is what Chef is in. Because let me tell you something. The man goes around and says, Queens my city, I rep my city. Queens is on Long Island, New York, Chef. And I know you won't accept this like most people of Queens, New York. Because let me tell you something here. Minus the bitch, because I'm not calling Chef a bitch. Kill Team 6 all day, every day in the motherfucking building, yeah. So when it comes to Chef and the people of Queens, people, you got to accept this. Because as someone who's worked in market research for 8 years, let me tell you something. Queens is a part of Long Island. You got to just accept that fact that Queens is on Long Island. Now, I know people won't accept this because, oh, Queens, it's near the city. Bullshit. When friggin' the Melrose Ballroom, when it took place in Queens, New York for Impact Wrestling, you know what part of Queens that was in, Mr. Dazzy Dangerously?
No.
Long Island City, okay? Stop with, oh, we're not a part of Long Island. I used to have to do surveys for LIPA, Long Island Power Authority, now PG&E Energy. Freaking, the question we would ask at the end, how long have you lived in Long Island? I'm from Queens. You're from Long Island. It's the 5 boroughs. You don't need to take a bridge to get to Queens, okay? Just accept the fact that Queens is a part of Long Island. Rant over. Then you've got Brittany Savage.
Is it kind of like, I'm not British, I'm Welsh?
Yes.
Okay. Even though Wales is in Britain.
Yeah, it's just people, and this is not just towards Chef because I love Chef, and I know he's going to say that because he said that to me the last time I said to him. It's like, bro, you know I'm not going to accept that. And I'm like, I know, but it's true. And facts are facts. It's geography. Anyway, yeah, it's the whole thing with people of Queens. I used to work with a guy, Jason Holly, who's actually a part of the Max and RWT groups, the BBC Chappelle. He's a rapper, right? We used to work together at Marketing Incorporated. Used to take the LIRR, the Long Island Railroad, the whole 9 there, to get to marketing. I mean, I live 7 minutes from East Islip, New York, right there, Long Island. He took the train, right? So you don't see him talk about, yo, I'm from Queens. He's from Queens, but Queens is a part of Long Island. And again, Long Island City, Queens. So anyway, and I love Chef, but come on, man. People from Queens, just accept that it's on Long Island and move on.
I haven't heard a geographical promo like that since The Rock.
Well,
even though it wasn't a promo, it felt like one.
Friggin', I love Chef to death, but for the love of God, you're on Long Island, bro. Like, it's enough. The 718 is Long Island. And I'm going to say this right now about Brittany Savage. People, you will see both of these bouts on the main card here. And both of them brought it. But for the love of God, she's becoming a problem. And I told her this in a text message. She's becoming a problem because all of us like to go out there with our artistic expression, like I keep saying, and being creative. And she kills each and every one of us in less than a minute. People, Brittany Savage cut the shortest promo in Max Wrestling history. And we'll talk about this one on the main card.
Second longest.
Well, second short. Well, I said the shortest.
Second shortest, sorry.
Wait, who was the second shortest?
That's always going to be Courtney Broughton.
Oh!
Mrs. B-Rat with Bella's You're Gonna Die. Mic drop.
Yes, that's true. Thank you. My apologies. Yes, that's right. The fucking Bellas. You're fucking dead. Yes. So, okay. So Brittany Savage, here's what I love about Miss Brittany Savage from the mean streets of Wisconsin, which is near Ronkonkoma. It's Long Island, New York, people. We'll be here all day. So from the mean streets of Wisconsin, Miss Brittany Savage. Oh my goodness, you have someone who's been in Shine, someone who's been in the NYWC, the New York Wrestling Connection, wrestled all over the Northeast, WSU, AJ Lee, the Cosmo Club with the boy diva Rick Cataldo. Here's a woman who has been in the business since late 2008. First match in a year on SmackDown. Beth Phoenix, she went out there and did the damn thing. Dazzy, we're coming upon 11 years of the anniversary of Miss Brittany Carter, against Beth Phoenix on Friday Night SmackDown. Here's a girl that's been in the biz, knows what's up. She's got that swag. She's got that look. And as someone who was her co-host on the Pop Culture History podcast, someone who is absolutely lovely from head to toe and a beautiful human being inside out with a wonderful spirit. Personally, besides the fact that I'm being, lovely towards my co-host, my God, I cannot wait for you guys to see Miss Brittany Savage and Chef. Because Chef went in. Chef went hard in the paint is what he did. And Brittany Savage... Yes, they did. Brittany Savage also with that swag and friggin' the amount of time she did. We'll talk about that on the main card. But these two, I'm so happy that we had this exhibition because I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And both are very much assets to the promo game. Now, mind you, this is Chef's last promo because he's taking some time off. But for the love of God, man, Chef, come back whenever because you absolutely killed it in your bouts that we've seen you do for the Max Wrestling podcast. And we will see Brittany Savage come back for another about very, very
Against who?
soon.
Who?
Well, you're gonna have to watch the end of Promoslam, the pre-launch show, to find out who our next opponent is. So yeah.
Well, lastly, before we get to that, it is of course the Promo Championship. Championship. It's actually a rematch from the previous special Trivia Takeover, as the Demoness is defending against Moses Marquez Part 2.
This is Part 2 of my confessions.
Now Moses admitted things didn't go according to his plan at Trivia Takeover, so he's going to be more prepared this time.
God dang Moses Marquez, my Promo Mania opponent next year. I gotta say, if this is the Moses Marquez we are gonna keep getting, I cannot wait till Promo Mania, Dazzy Lee. My goodness, from someone who was 9% last year in the King of the Mic and who was a bit of the laughing stock, and here's the thing that I liked, and I can say this as a judge, the cockiness and the braggadociousness, and dare I say it, Dazzy Lee, Moses Marquez was being a self-promotional man whore in his bout against Travis Walker Anderson last year, King of the Mic. And then we get this one against Ronald Hill. What I liked about it is, like, he's like, let me call the Crippler. Let me call El Jefe. Fuck it, I'm just going to do it as myself. And he was very genuine. And I loved that. He was very genuine, and you could tell he had learned from his mistakes. Then he did his thing against Sean, a.k.a. Crooked Smile, being the heel that he is in this business. And then we had Moses Marquez did what he did with the with the whole thing, like the little filters and Travis being involved, taking it back to the promo climax last year with the whole 9 there and their rivalry. Like, I gotta say something. And then when he did Teddy, where he pretty much ripped on Sean for his comments and the whole 9 there, and then just
that last promo from Moses was just acid.
It was, and that was Moses being bowed up in his own right in his car. And that's the thing I like too, continuity, because he started the first ever promo in his car, then he ends it with the promo in the car, and then he cut on Teddy, who also cut a great promo. There is nobody in the King of the Mic that had a bad promo, and here's what's interesting about that, because I was looking at both, analyzing, dissecting, and deciphering, right? So the first King of the Mic that I won, we had already established people from the promo climax, right? Do you realize that in both King of the Mic tournaments, we have had 3 people that are veterans and 3 people that are newcomers? Because in the inaugural King of the Mic 2019, there were 3 newcomers, that being Travis the Walker Anderson, Moses Marquez, and Courtney Summers. But in this one, this year, everybody was new, and we only had 3 veterans in this one, that being Travis the Walker Anderson, Moses Marquez, and Ted P. De Niro.
Yeah, I think Teddy is the biggest veteran of them all.
Oh, of course, and here's the thing with the story with that. Now, if Teddy would have won, do you realize that this would have been his first promo championship bout in 2 years?
Yeah, and it absolutely could have gone either way. I think Moses just tipped it in his favor by just anger. Like, he didn't...
Rain and fire.
That wasn't even him putting on a promo. That was pure anger from Moses. That was real.
He was raining fire like Apache helicopters. Chain Gang is the click.
Oh, what a song.
Hey. Oh, okay, people. One of the most underrated albums, John Cena, You Can't See Me. We fight together, we ride together. Right now, we gonna get live. Chain Gang is the click. Yep.
What would you do if y'all ended tomorrow?
And it was in the Marine. It was
Yes.
on the end credits to the Marine dance. Oh. But yes, back to Promoslam. Moses Marquez doing the damn thing. I think we're going to get something that he didn't do at Trivia Takeover, because he admitted it was a flop. I think he's learned from that, and I look forward to seeing what he does, guys.
The idea was there. The problem was it came to him too late, and he had to rush into it.
Well, I'm going to say this right now, man. He's got hellfire and brimstone to deal with in the Demoness. Come to caress, take your soul, put you in a hole. My goodness.
The Demoness was looking forward to the lightning storms that we had in the UK a couple of nights ago, and I'm not sure if she managed to catch it in her promo, but if she did, then that's going to look badass.
Well, lightning is striking again. So, I mean, hey, that only adds to the fuel that is the Demoness, which, by the way, Dazzy Dangerously, happy anniversary to the Demoness.
Yes, just this past week marked the anniversary of her very first appearance, and what we saw, it was kind of a test screen of the Demoness the first time we saw her, and then after that first promo she went live in RWT and cut this completely in character promo and just blew everybody away.
Yes, she, I think you could tell she was nervous on her first promo. Everybody is, everybody has the nerves, but I think after that live video and what we saw her against Robert Davis, myself, Teddy, and everybody that she went up against in the promo climax, including Moni Lynn and Daniel Crimmins, who were not in the promo climax at the time. But it's one of those things where it's like, yo, she's grown leaps and bounds all the way up to the bout with Cypher on the anniversary show, and then winning the promo championship against Travis the Walker Anderson. She's really proven herself, and I've really been enjoying her reign as the promo champion.
Yes, and has become the great locker room leader, so to speak.
Yes, that she is. And I'm really, really, really proud of what Miku's done. And I'm going to say probably one of my favorite gets to get into these promo competitions with us.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, that is Promoslam this coming Thursday. Don't miss it. Make sure you go like and subscribe every Match Wrestling outlet you can possibly find. So make sure you don't miss the show. And we will see you Thursday. But until then, here is the second half of Mike Larkin's promo.
I'm your Huckleberry. Off limits? Mike Jolly, you and I are friends. You and I are amigos. You and I are broskies. Mike Jolly, you call yourself the heavy metal Jesus? Well! Wow! Wow! Hey yo, all I'm saying, baby, is that Queens my city, I rep my city, tough titty Miss Kitty, shorty from around the way, like every day. Heel Team 6 all day every day in the motherfucking building, yay, yay! What's really good, ladies and gentlemen? This is your man, the Talker New York Chef. Shout out to the sponsor. First and foremost, number one, I am Mr. LFC. And number two, thanks for supporting and representing LFC, Chef. Now on to Crooked Smile. And then we have Crooked Smile with his braggadocious attitude and demeanor of MJF, but with his appearance and body complexion of an overweight 12-year-old with no hair on his peaches, looking like Augustus sucking that chocolate out of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Augustus, no! Yes, Crooked Smile. That's some pop culture for you, baby. It's what I do. You gotta keep up. I will take that smile and turn it into a frown and show you who the real Joker is, bitch. Do you honestly think that I'm supposed to be intimidated by some ham and egger on the indies? Whoa. Well, I'm sorry that I disrespect you. Because you spent 4 years in this business. Well, I've spent 5 years in this business interviewing some of the top talents in the professional wrestling industry today. There is no one more passionate than me. You want to talk about passion so badly, Crooked Smile. Why don't you ask Karrion Kross about my passion? Why don't you ask Alicia Toot about my passion? Why don't you ask Chef about my passion? Ask any single member of the promo order about my passion. Ask Andre Corbeil about my passion. Hell, ask Brittany Savage, who spent 10 years in this business while you were smelling and dripping a placenta. There is no one more passionate than me. There's no one that has that drive like me, that ambition like me. I may have not taken a bump, but there is no goddamn way that you could question my passion and my respect for the professional wrestling business. Look at you, with your backwards hat, your sports jersey, your Biff Tannen haircut. Well, hell, man, this ain't even the past. It ain't even the present. This is the future, and the future is now. I'm not Moses Marquez. I'm not the Phoenix. I'm Mike Larkin. And you are not. If it's competition for which you seek, I'm right here. Consider yourself finished. Bitch, please. Hey, everybody, did you know that I beat Michael Larkin for the promo championship? I'm the Walker. I'm the Talker. Luke Skywalker. I will rise and I want my rematch, babe. You may have risen, but you took one hell of a fall, didn't you? Travis the Walker Anderson, you talk a lot of shit. But until you surpass 136 days, then you can talk to me. Daniel Crimmins, the difference between those men and you, I actually respect them. I'm not your friend. I'm not your buddy. I am not your pal. I'm a competitor. You want to talk tough with enraged passion like a Mick Foley? You want to have that aura, that entity, and that presence of a Bray Wyatt and The Undertaker? Well, to quote philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson, do not go where the path may lead. Daniel Crimmins, take my hand and I'll take it to the promised land.
When you look into the eyes of death and you spit in the face of fear, you become unstoppable, undeniable, and untouchable. Look at this hand, Daniel. This hand represents heartbreak, triumph, hardships, pitfalls, and downfalls. This hand tells a story.
Every inch of my body tells a story. I have the power to make you mad, sad, glad, make you yell, make you scream. I see Jesus in my dreams. And he said to me, my child, you have the Spirit by your side, boy. A man stands at a podium, spews his rhetoric, gives you the news, and you as people get to decide what he is saying. Is it real or is it fake? I tell no lies, I only speak truths, and the truth is, Daniel Crimmins, you are a dead man. This is not a battle, this is a war. And you know where to find me. All you have to do is... But be careful, Dan. You may not like what's on the other side. I always wanted to go out there and entertain and have the audience hooked by my every word. I always wanted to go out there and make sure that everyone went home happy. The passion that I thought I lacked when I went into the Maxis 2019 against Travis the Walker Anderson, I wound up a defeated man. Then just a few months later, I was told to shape up, and that I did. But as I look back on all the bouts that I have had, as I look back at that Travis the Walker Anderson rematch bout that took place on the Maxis 2019, I wanted to see if there was anything that caught my eye. And what caught my eye was my eye! Maybe there was a part of me that wanted to go out there and show each and everybody why I am the best at what I do and why I do what I do on this microphone. Maybe there was a part of me that wanted to go out there and show each and everybody why I love this, why I do what I do, and why no one can touch me. Maybe there was a part of me that just maybe wanted to get back into competition. And maybe, just maybe, this is what I needed. I'm going to tell you what I needed. I needed to go out there and be Mike Larkin. Not the shell of what I was, but who I am right now. I need to go out there and I need to show why I eviscerated, obliterated, and annihilated, and assassinated each and everybody on this microphone. I am going to continue to do this and show you why, by God, why I am who I say I am. The absolute best. And I'm going to love it. For over 1 year's time, I have carved a path of bodies and overall casualties. Daniel Crimmins, you are just another name on my list. You know, they say that time is of the essence. And unfortunately for you, time is about to be up. Bye-bye, Dan. Lights out. Daniel Crimmins, you can be as dark as you want. It's still not going to be enough against me. Nobody can tell a story like I can. Nobody can make you believe like I can. I've earned this attitude. I've earned the right to be called the podcast machine. I've earned the right to be called Mikey Two Belts, and I have earned the right to call myself the absolute best. As one chapter closes, another begins. Travis the Walker Anderson, Mike Jolly, Cypher, and now Rob Chef. You don't know who they are, but you know who I am, and I know you. But do you know how savage I can be? See you at promo series, Brittany.
Phoenix, I got one coming for you, bro. I owe you one. I think I owe you many. You're trying to stitch me up so many different times, so I owe you one. And hopefully, this time, dreams will come true when I get one over on you.
Yeah.